students, welcome to RP class. Let's see the theorem. Let P be a prime number if P divides A square, then P divides A where A is a positive integer. What they are saying, P is a prime number mean P divides A square mean the P divides A also. For example, I am taking one prime number, 5 is a prime number, and I am always also taking A square equal to 100, so A equal to 10. This 5 divides A square. A square means what? 100. Yes, 5 divides 100. Then according to theorem, 5 divides A also. A value is 10. 5 divides A also. It is correct. 5 divides 100 and 5 divides 10 also. So, P is a prime number means any prime number if you take, the prime number divides A square means the same prime number divides A value also. So using this theorem, how we can solve the problem? Now I am going to explain. Okay, let's see the problem. Prove that root 5 is irrational. Prove that root 5 is irrational. First, to prove, what we need to prove that root 5 is irrational. Assume root 5 is rational. Okay, listen. We need to prove that root 5 is irrational. Suppose I am assuming root 5 is rational. Root 5 is rational means what is the condition? It is of the form A by B and A and B are integers. And here B not equal to 0 and one more condition, A and B are co-prime. So, I am assuming root 5 is a rational. Rational means what is the condition? Root 5 is of the form A by B. A and B are integers and B not equal to 0 and A and B are co-prime. Next, I am taking squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. So here root 5 the whole square, A by B the whole square. See this square root cancel. So 5 equal to A square by B square. A square by B square. I need A square. So A square equal to, I am taking this B square here. So 5 into B square. So A square equal to 5 into B square. That means what? That means therefore 5 divides A square. That means 5 divides A square. Now we can use the theorem. What theorem? Any prime number divides A square means the same prime number divides A also. So here 5 divides A square. Therefore 5 divides A by theorem. By using the theorem, 5 divides A square means we can say 5 divides A also. 5 divides A means what we can say? This A equal to 5 into any integer. I am taking the integer C. You can take any alphabet. Already we done A and B. That's why I am taking C. You can take Z or Y. Any alphabet we can take. So C is an integer. Where C is an integer. Next squaring on both sides. Same only squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides means A square equal to 5 square. 5 square 25 then C square. A square equal to 25 C square. That's why here now we need to apply the A square value. What is A square? A square equal to 5B square. So 5B square equal to 25C square. We need B square. So 25. I am taking this 5 here. So divided by 5C square. If you cancel mean we will get 5. So B square equal to 5C square. Now that means what? 5 divides B square. So 5 divides B square means using the theorem we can say 5 divides B also by theorem. So this is equation number 1 and this is a 2. From 1 and 2 what we can say? 5 is a common factor of A and B. Why? 5 divides A also and 5 divides B also. Therefore, from 1 and 2, we can say 5 is a common factor of A and B. But what we assume, A and B are co-prime. But 5 is a common factor of A and B mean A and B are not a co-prime. Therefore, A and B are not a co-prime. But our assumption is A and B are co-prime. Here now we got A and B are not a co-prime. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Assumption is wrong. Therefore, what is our assumption? Root 5 is rational is wrong. Therefore, root 5 is irrational. Therefore, root 5 is irrational. Let me explain one more time. Very easy only. We need to prove that root 5 is irrational. First I am assuming, suppose root 5 is irrational. Rational means what is the condition? It is of the form A by B and B are integers and B not equal to 0 and B are co-prime. This condition very important, and B are co-prime. So next squaring on both sides, then we can eliminate 5 equal to A square by B square. So if you cross multiplication mean A square equal to 5B square. That means what? 5 divides A square. So using the theorem we can say 5 divides A also. So 5 divides A means we can write A equal to 5 into any integer. That integer I am taking C. Next same procedure, squaring on both sides. Here now we got A square equal to 25C square. Here we need to apply A square value equal to 5B square. If you apply, then if you cancel mean we will get B square equal to 5C square. That means what? 5 divides B square. 5 divides B square means using the theorem, any prime number divides A square, then for that number divides A also. So 5 divides B square means 5 divides B also. So 5 divides A and 5 divides B. So from equation 1 and 2, 5 is a common factor of A and B. 5 is a common factor of A and B. A is not a co-prime. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Why? Our assumption is A and B are co-prime. But here we got A and B are not a co-prime. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Therefore, root 5 is irrational. Same like any number they give also we can prove that. For example, root 2 or root 3. Same method. Only we need to change the number. Now I am explaining how to do root 3. See, instead of 5, we need to write root 3. Here also 3 to prove. Next assume 3. Here also 3 only. Next squaring on both sides. We can cancel the square root. So here 3 equal to. So here also 3. So 3 divides A square and 3 divides A. Now squaring on both sides. So 3 square equal to. Now here we need to change it. 3 square equal to 9. Now we need to apply the A square value. A square equal to 3B square. A square equal to 3B square. And here 9. Now I am taking this 3 here divided by 3. We cancel mean we will get 3. Therefore B square equal to 3C square. So that means what? 3 divides B square. 3 divides B square means 3 divides B also. So from equation 1 and 2, 3 is a common factor of A and B. Therefore A and B are not a co-prime. Therefore our assumption is wrong. Therefore root 3 is irrational. Same method only. So if you know any one problem, you can do root 3, root 2, root 5, any number you can apply. So this is a very easiest problem. So you know any one, so suppose they given root 2 also same method, root 7, root 5, root 3, same method only we need to prove that. So this is the easiest problem. So important also. Thank you students.